Hey everybody, Blind Wave back. Eric's taking a drink. And I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
And we're doing some Heroes Reborn Q&A.
We sure are.
Eric loves this show.
No, I don't think it's a bad show. It's just not my favorite so far. They made a lot of choices that I don't agree with when it comes to story and character and plot development and pacing. But the music's good.
I can see some flaws, but there's a lot of stuff I still enjoy about it so far. So
Yeah.
let's see what some of the people that have been watching
Yeah,
think
let's
with
get
us
into
and
it.
see if they are agreeing with the idea
Yeah.
of like it being really good, really bad, or what.
I'm still in for the whole season. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
At least the whole season.
Absolutely.
All right, the bomb horse. So let's say we get to the end of the season. Well, here we go. And it was overall not very good. Would you still want them to continue with another season? And if so, would you want them to add or remove any characters or shift the plot to any different direction? Or
It's hard to say right now just because we're, and we should say, this isn't halfway through it, right? Because there's actually 13 episodes, not 10.
Yeah, I misspoke, or we misspoke.
We misspoke, but
last week
what it
about
was
that
when I
stuff.
looked it up, I only saw 10 named and assumed it was just 10, but there's 3 more, they just haven't named them yet.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. Anyway, we can't say right now exactly because we haven't seen over 50% of what this thing's going to do.
True.
However, if I still feel the same way by the end of the season, I would say let it go. I mean, it was cool, unless it had an ending that needed to happen.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I feel like there's no way it's going to end at a point where I feel like I would be, no, there's no way I'm going to watch anymore.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
can't see them doing it like that unjustly.
I could if they killed Noah and killed Hero and Parkman and Mohinder.
You mean everyone from the original series?
Yeah, and they just start over with the new people. I might be like, I'm not really into this yet. Like the only ones left is like Chalupa Batman and Melina.
I wasn't that vested in Noah and all of them until getting through the first series of Heroes.
I guess true.
So I would want to give these guys a chance too.
Absolutely.
Especially Zachary Levi's character just intrigues me.
True.
So
get rid of his wife, and I'll be super happy with his story.
Yeah. Is there any characters you'd want them not to have at all? Like, is there anyone you really don't like in the show at all?
I'm having a hard time getting invested with
Chalupa Batman?
No, I mean, even there's been cool moments in his thing, like that chick that just flew off, and
yeah, that was cool.
And the priest is kind of cool, and that stuff.
So nothing he's done though.
Not necessarily. Katana Girl, I could say could go. I'm not. There's nothing. There's been nothing really there that I've been like, ooh, this is interesting.
Yeah,
it's all been like, ooh, this is really confusing, and I don't know what's going on.
I could almost agree with that part there.
Yeah.
Katana Girl. I love Tommy. I like Zachary Levi's character, Luke. Even Chalupa Batman seems nice. Like, I'm okay with all of them. I'd want to know more about the Melina chick and all of her little powers and stuff, but I think that would be the biggest one. I'm like, get rid of this weird thing, just give me more information.
I mean, I'm not saying the actress is bad or that the scenes are necessarily bad. I just think that a power that has to do with a video game reality is much, much different than what we've seen, and maybe not within the tone of the show.
Yeah, maybe. I think they're just trying to find some kind of unique power, and it's hard to come up with unique powers nowadays.
I guess, but that's a pretty unique power.
It is. I really can't think of anyone to add unless I'm going back into the older series and being like, we'll bring back anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Park, he didn't die, did he? Didn't he take off?
No, I think he took off.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Bring back any of them.
Yeah.
Anybody from the old series, I think I'd be okay with them showing up.
Yeah.
The only one I really say get rid of would maybe be Katana Girl. That's about it.
Pretty much.
Chanel Kitty Harris. Do you think that the Penny guys working with the Invisible chick, I wish we had names.
Yeah.
And that they are both part of an organization that is trying to save the world. And maybe that organization has an Evo that can see the future. And saw these specific events that the Evo could stop from the world burning. That would explain why Mexican Batman is involved.
Why would that explain Mexican Batman is involved?
Maybe the organization has an Evo that can see the future and saw these specific events.
Like they knew, maybe we have to have Mexican Batman, or the future will not happen.
Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Penny Guy's working with somebody.
He did say save the world.
Yeah, well, he said we.
Yeah,
we have been watching.
Yeah, and he said we need you to save the world.
And I don't think he's with Renatus.
I don't think so either.
But who he's with?
I mean,
he could be with Angela Petrelli and Parkman and Hero for all I know. I don't know.
That's true, and they did say that there was a contact that was supposed to meet Invisible Girl and Melina, right? They never showed up.
Yeah. But was that someone else, or was it staged for Harris clone dude to do
I don't think so. I think that...
Or did Harris kill somebody?
I think they just didn't show up. Maybe they
knew that there was
Harris
trouble?
and them coming, or, with Phoebe and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's someone's involved with someone.
Yeah.
I feel like there's another group that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, where's Micah? Is he in Renatus? Like, was he in those pods?
Well, he got captured, didn't he?
Yeah, back in the Dark Matter stuff. But what happened to him?
I don't know.
Like, maybe he's gotten free by then,
I
don't
hope
know.
So.
Because, maybe he's running something else again.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
It's very hard to tell.
He had, like, a small little group. Yeah. And then those people with the Chalupa Mexican Batman thing, there was, like, that flying girl was with another group of Evos that seemed like there was something going on rather than just...
Yeah.
It wasn't just about the Underground Railroad thing, right? So I feel like there's something else there. We just don't know.
We just don't know.
Which, that's, like, my biggest problem right now is the first series of Heroes, especially the first season, there were questions throughout almost the entire season. But the beginning first couple episodes gave us some kind of direction of, like, this is really bad, and we have to stop this, and here's what they're doing, and how everyone kind of starts tying together. Well, even though you had Ali Larter's character and her weird little storyline that, seemed kind of weird at first, and you didn't know what was going on. And then, Peter was trying to find himself, and Nathan's running like, they all had their own little stories, but you could start to see how they were all tying together. In this one, like, they all had their own little stories, but up until the last episode, we had no idea of what big bad thing might be happening.
And the characters still have no idea of what big bad thing might be happening.
Yeah.
At least Peter knew, like, look down at the ground, we saw that giant explosion.
Yeah, because of the one guy that he was helping as a nurse, and then he liked his daughter, and then his daughter's ex-junkie boyfriend drew futuristic paintings that came true.
Yeah. And a guy from the future came and told him, save the cheerleader, save the world. All right, I gotta go save a cheerleader.
All right. So at least there's something.
But everybody else is kind of like running in different directions that don't seem to be going in the same direction, but we have to just trust they are because the writers say so.
I'm just hoping that with this next episode, since we watched the promo and that Hero should be in this next episode, that something gets told. Hero has to know something, right?
I agree.
Elizabeth Kottmark. I really like Tommy's story. I do too.
Yeah.
And is very interested in knowing more about him. At the end, when he is at the hospital with his mom and Pennyman, she calls him Nathan, which seems to be his real name, or what he thinks is his real name. If that is his real name, then could he be named after his father? Could his father be Nathan Petrelli? I want to know what you guys think. Oh, and Melina has the power to control 4 elements. She compared herself to Aang from Avatar.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the first part there, is it Nathan Petrelli? Didn't she say, I was afraid that if you knew your father, you'd go save him? Nathan's already dead. So there's no one to save, really.
True.
Unless it's Siler that took Nathan's identity again.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
But I'd have to assume it's like that, right?
I feel like it has to be... I almost feel like it has to be someone we know.
It has to be somebody we know.
Either from the old series or from this one.
Yes.
Like, it could be Chalupa Batman or something. I don't know.
I know.
Who was a soldier.
Yeah.
I don't know. Age-wise might not work. I'm not sure how old that guy is. But anyway, I feel like it has to be someone we know, but I'm not sure if it's going to be Nathan Petrelli.
I don't see it happen just because Nathan's dead. We already have Nathan's kid that didn't know Nathan was his,
Yeah.
It'd be like repeating the same storyline with Claire.
Yeah. Tommy's younger than Claire. I mean, it could work out, but I really don't think so.
And this guy is just fucking all over the place,
he was a politician, just traveling. Of course, wasn't that for New York City, or was it for something bigger? No, he was going for president, wasn't he?
Well, eventually, he was
president?
going for New York City something, like a senator or something like that, right?
Yeah. And there was a future of him being president, I think, right?
Yeah, but
then it actually was Siler.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll get there. That'd be cool if they turn the series into that. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be Nathan.
Yeah.
I think it's a misdirect.
Yeah.
Jose Ayala. How likely do you think it is that Tommy and the Eskimo girl are siblings? Do you think that the scenes from the hospital cameras are actually Noah and Hero from future episodes? Now, we did talk about that before.
We did talk about that.
That was something, I don't know if that was in a Q&A or something else that we were talking about, but we were like, what if Hero took him back to see Claire and Hero wasn't actually there? So, that's something that's going to happen, which hopefully it does, and then that gives us more information. Also, do you think they will stop the solar flare from destroying the world? No. The series will end this this series finale will end.
It's the finale.
And it's just the world's gone, and they're like, "Thank you guys, we're done. No more heroes."
I'm sure they'll find a way to stop it.
The Eskimo girl can basically control nature, so could she be practicing to revive nature after the solar flare happens? And can Tommy's powers be used to teleport themselves somewhere safe until after it happens, so she can use her abilities?
So they, rather than save the world, they just repopulate it after?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see the world being destroyed in the series. Just like it hasn't been destroyed yet.
I think they're gonna save it. They're gonna do something. I mean, they just gotta stop the pole reversal thing going on, right?
And then if Tommy and Eskimo Girl are siblings, Melina, they're both blonde, I guess, ish.
Yeah, they're probably close to the same age, right?
Yeah.
Not too far apart. Maybe. I mean, we don't really know anything about her.
With the idea that he has a father out there he doesn't know, and it could be some kind of relation. We don't know anything about her. It could happen. I mean, I wouldn't be like, you know? It just wouldn't happen. Maybe 4 or 5 seasons from now if this gets successful. And then they say, I'm like, oh, cool, you know? As of right now, you could tell me that she's, cousins with Chalupa Batman. I'd be like, oh, cool.
I was actually thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Hominator asks, what do you think about Mexican Batman's power being something like the ability to create things? As it seemed like he fixed an almost broken car with ease and made his mechanical suit from scratch. Still no idea how he's going to help save the world with that power, though. P.S. Any thought who's Tommy's dad could be?
Yeah, well, we already talked about Tommy's dad. Mm-hmm. So, but does he have a power that makes him more mechanically driven?
I kind of think so. I mean, Micah can kind of control machines, but maybe he just knows how things operate, kind of like Sylar did.
Okay.
I mean, even watching, I think, last season, we were like, how the heck did he just make this suit? You know?
You mean the last episode?
Yeah, last episode. I think we just kind of like, how do you do this?
Yeah, that was weird. He just seemed to be like, he was a hero in the army, and he was talking to kids in a school, right? Mm-hmm. So that's our backstory. Yeah, he did the Chalupa Batmobile,
mm-hmm.
and then he has an Iron Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
They don't teach you that kind of stuff in the army, I don't think.
I don't think so. I mean, even if he was like an engineer on that, I don't think they make Iron Man suits in the army.
So it's his power to create things. Okay. I guess I could see something like that, even though it's kind of a power that just a normal person could aspire to eventually, right?
Just like a skill.
Yeah, like Tony Stark doesn't have a power and he can create much better things.
I mean, maybe it's a super skill, you know? I mean, it'd be like Superman hearing things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what they're trying to go for that is, they're trying to reach the version of a hero that has no powers, and I think it's strange writing, but I don't think he has power.
You don't think so?
No. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to be opposite. I think
right.
he has some kind of creative making things.
Well, we'll figure it out later. All right? And we'll slap bet it. All right?
Damn.
Slap bet.
All right. Common Dreads. Do you think Parkman will bring back Noah's memory since he can control minds?
Ah.
I haven't really thought about that before.
Me either, but he can definitely do exactly that.
Did anything like that happen in the first season? Because the Haitian could wipe minds all the time, but did Parkman ever go in and bring that back? Because I can't remember.
Remember, Parkman went in and changed Sylar and turned him into Nathan. He gave him all his memories and stuff like that, and then he went and fixed him, didn't he? Did he fix him?
I don't remember.
Either way, I mean, Parkman has his abilities, and he definitely could do that.
I mean, so either with both those characters being around, we should find out something with one of those two showing up, right?
We should.
Hero
hopefully.
or Parkman show up, and we know something.
Those guys are going to come in and save the show.
I hope so.
I think.
I can't wait.
I hope.
All right. We have one more question from Dangle Pew.
Pew.
Dangle
Pew, pew, pew.
Do you think Hero is going to take Bennett back to Claire to see if Bennett can save her? It was all caps.
I guess.
Yeah, that was what we said about before.
Absolutely, I definitely think that's. Well, I mean, to save her, I think he's gonna try and he's gonna fail. That's what I believe.
To save her?
Yeah, I think she did die. I think he'll go back. I don't know.
I still want to go with my one theory before, where for some reason she has to die. And it's a sacrifice that she decides she wants to make. Noah has to do it, and for him to not remember, he had his mind cleared so that he could forget it all.
So it's not going to be a mission back to save her. It's going to be like this is your life, Charlie Brown. It's going to be like this is what you did.
Maybe, yeah.
Something like that.
It's going to be like, here's what happened, here's why it had to happen, and we can't change it. Or else.
It's a Wonderful Life. They go back and see all these things.
Or Christmas Carol.
Yeah, okay.
Scrooge. All right, guys, that's all for the Q&A for this week.
Mm-hmm.
I am really excited to see the episode tonight because I just want some answers. I want Noah to know something so that we know something.
I mean, and you can say that we're being nitpicky or we're expecting too much, but I mean, we've had 5 episodes so far. I mean, it shouldn't be this hard to really get into it. And you can say that it's still doing a slow burn, or you guys are expecting too much of the old characters or something like that. I can only be honest with how I feel.
My big thing is just like, I don't care if I'd probably still watch it if it was just in the same universe without any of the older characters.
Yeah.
But I just want the story to give me at least something that I know this is the goal of what we need to do.
Yeah.
And as of right now, like, all I know is there's a catastrophic event coming. And I just found that out last episode at the very end. And no other people know that except for the bad guys, which I think they're the bad guys. Maybe Renas is actually good.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. So I don't have any real good sense of what's good, what's bad. I'm just like...
True.
The Renas people seem bad, maybe we should kill them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, but Noah seemed bad too a lot of times, but he's really
yeah,
not a bad guy.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I'm just saying, at the end of this season, I want to feel like all the work that we put into doing reactions and questions and answers and all the stuff we do for every show that we do, which is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of effort to get these things done. I hope it's worth it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I do too.
But regardless, even if the next 10 episodes just suck, or however many, just suck balls, we're still going to finish out the season.
Yeah, we'll finish the season for sure.
Yep.
I want to see it through and then give our final thoughts on the whole season and if we would watch another season then.
Absolutely.
So make sure you're tuning in tonight to watch Heroes, and then after Heroes, sometime tomorrow morning-ish, maybe earlier, depending how fast we can get it done, our Heroes reaction to be out. So make sure you check that out, and then leave all of your questions, theories, thoughts, everything down in the comments below so that we can have next week's Q&A, and maybe we'll be getting some answers tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
So we'll see you guys over in Heroes. Till next time, I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
See you guys later. Son of a...